So we got a major update in the RIP Gabby Petito case and Dirty Laundrie family a couple years later, and information still being uncovered. Now, this is all based on the civil case going on, and I hope, money can't bring anyone back. And Florida is a homestead state, which makes garnishing or taking people's money, assets, like civil judgment, which is always complicated and not so easy to do, period. But Florida is especially complex. O.J. Simpson, everyone knows, was found innocent in the murder trial, but found responsible in the civil case. And I believe part of him moving to Florida or living in Florida or having Florida as his residency address was a part of trying to avoid a lot of the judgment, if I'm not mistaken. I think it goes like you can't tap into someone's pension or their home in Florida. But it's kind of crazy here the way this is all put out, because it's still put as allegedly the Dirty Laundrie family and their attorney knew that Brian had killed Gabby way back before he ever got back with the car and Gabby was officially reported missing. And I don't doubt this at all. This is something I thought way back then. I'm sure a lot of other people think as well. And I still think now. I mean, think about it. The family, he shows back up with the car and comes to the house and then ends up going missing. And obviously we know he took his own life, which the one thing I can say, right, is authorities have stated that the note that he left did say that he was responsible for her death. So that's like 1% accountability, not much, but something. But I mean, the way the Dirty Laundrie family was acting back then, they wouldn't speak to authorities, they wouldn't speak to the media. The Gabby Petito's family was trying to reach out, hey, like, your son has come home to you, our daughter's missing, please help us, anything. And they just were giving them the cold shoulder, essentially lawyered up and had the lawyer do the talking, which, that's something you do when you're trying to not give up anything in an investigation. I mean, that's just what it is. But they're alleging that, again, the attorney and the family knew that the family, way back when he called a couple weeks before he showed back up, he told them that Gabby was gone. He needed an attorney, that the attorney took a retainer and started reaching out, filing with courts to be on as Brian Laundrie's attorney, one of those court jurisdictions being where Gabby Petito's body was found. And just even more cold-blooded with these Dirty Laundrie family members, that they put out in their statement, hopefully Gabby will be found, or prayers for Gabby, something to that extent. I'm not quoting exactly what they said, but the point is that they put it out like there was still possibly hope when the Gabby Petito's family was worried, sick, and I think all of us knew this wasn't going to end good. And, again, this is put out as allegedly, but then, if you really look at what's going on, the attorney representing the Gabby Petito's family, Patrick Riley, he's filing this, right, saying that this is information he came to from the Dirty Laundrie family's deposition. So from my understanding, and correct me if you guys think I'm wrong, or your understanding of this breaking news that we got today, and please leave it below, as well as all your other thoughts on this case. And don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more updates. But from my understanding is he's saying in the deposition in October, when he questioned the Dirty Laundrie family, this information came forth from the answers that he questioned the Dirty Laundrie family in the deposition. So if that is indeed what this is, as that's what it seems to me, then it's not really allegedly. It's really more like they admitted to it. And I hope that this is totally accurate, because like I said, there was not a doubt in my mind that the Dirty Laundrie family knew what was up, and the attorney. Now, if this is indeed the case, can they I'm sure they're going to lose this civil judgment, but again, money doesn't bring anyone back. R.I.P. Gabby Petito once again, but hopefully they can just take the Dirty Laundrie family to the cleaners. Take the dirty laundry to the cleaners for what they can get out of them in some form of retribution. I mean, I don't know. Some people are like, I don't, forget this eye for an eye stuff, but this isn't an eye for an eye. Their daughter is dead. This, Brian Laundrie is dead also, but this parents did some real cold-blooded type stuff, so take what you can get from taking the dirty laundry to the cleaners. And I gotta ask everyone out there a question with this going on, are still uncovering information and updates on this case. I remember some time back I had a friend that got into some trouble, nothing like this, a homicide or anything, but his parents, mainly his father, wasn't like super well connected, but had some connections, and he leaned on aggressively the connections that he did have as hard as he could to get his son out of this trouble. Again, not super serious, but nonetheless a criminal case, which could have possibly been a felony. But the point is, I remember family members that I knew of my family talking about it and, reference it and saying some parents, especially fathers, will do anything in the world they can to get their son out of any trouble. And I ask you guys that, just curious to know if you had a family member like the Dirty Laundrie family here, and this is indeed true, and he reached out and told them, hey, help me lawyer up, she's gone, I killed her. I hate even saying those words, but that's realistically probably what he told his family, and that's indeed what had happened. If that was you, your family member, parents, right? Would you get your kid or other family members, would you get your loved one out of trouble? Would you cover for them? Would you lie? Or is there a limit to it? Like if it's something so just heinous like this situation where he killed his fiance, is there a limit where you would say, I'm sorry, go turn yourself in, handle your business? Or would you do what you needed to do to try to help them get out of trouble? I'm just curious to know. But back to this case. Once again, everyone comment with this update if you understand it the same way I am understanding that the Pat Riley, their attorney, who, shout out to him if he did indeed get these answers from the deposition, meant he put the pressure on the Dirty Laundrie family the way he needed and did his job well to get them to own up to the truth. Because if they lied and covered everything up way back then, why wouldn't they do it now? He must have been pretty good at his job. I mean, some of the other stuff with the Bertolino, the attorney, reaching out and trying to get on file to represent Brian Laundrie if any charges did come up in different jurisdictions, court jurisdictions, especially one being reported as where her body was found. That stuff, I mean, I don't think necessarily, I mean, maybe that would have come from the deposition, but also I believe they could reach out to those court jurisdictions and check if that is indeed the truth. But if this did come from the deposition, I guess it's still technically allegedly, but won't be once these court filings go through and they confirm that and have the transcript from the deposition. Then it's fact, right? And everyone, once again, I always thought that this is exactly what it was that the Dirty Laundrie family knew. Like I said, they lawyered up and all that and had nothing to say. But if this new filings does indeed get, confirmed and all that, do you think there is any trouble that the Laundrie family or their attorney can get into? I mean, they should, but I don't necessarily think that'll happen, as I don't believe they ever went on record lying. I think they just remain silent. And with the attorney, I think he's protected by being attorney, so I don't think any criminal charges could come up. But I mean, if they could slap a obstruction charge or something on him, even though it's only a misdemeanor, I don't think that'll happen. But if it could, it should, But I don't think typically, though, criminal charges come from a civil case. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of times if there is a criminal case and someone is convicted, which in this situation, there was a criminal investigation, but no case, no charges were ever brought up on anyone. No one was ever charged, and we know the person who did it offed himself. But in situations where there is a criminal case and there's a conviction, I know that can lead to an easy win in the civil case, because it's like, hey, they're convicted, boom, let's take it to civil court. But once again, in some situations, like I mentioned O.J. Simpson earlier, that was a situation where the criminal case, he was found not guilty but found responsible civilly, you know. But I don't know, there you have it. That's the update. Again, let me know if you have the same understanding as I do. Stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to let me know all your thoughts on this in the comments, and subscribe. R.I.P. Gabby Petito and the Dirty Laundrie family. How cold-blooded is these individuals? I feel like they were some pricks, and I don't know, it's not like we know everything about Brian Laundrie, but he really seemed to be an entitled, loudmouth, nobody can stop me, I can do what I want prick. And I don't know, that would coincide with, from everything we got regarding the Dirty Laundrie family and Brian Laundrie, and if they did indeed raise him that way, that would all make a lot of sense to me. Subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.